I'm a little bit late to the party, but I really want to tell you about my top 5 games that I played last year. These are games that I played, not games that came out in 2025. Let's get right into it. At number 5, we're starting with Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Now, Phoenix Wright is a weird one for me because it's a wonderful visual novel experience. However, it's something that I kept putting off for years of my life. I finally finished the last case this year, and holy shit, was it incredible. That final case pushed it over the edge for me as being one of the most engaged I've been this year in a couple of hours of play. The over-the-top nature and the gameplay loop of conversation, investigation, to what happens in court and using everything that you found to take down or figure out the current case is so engaging. I have started the second one. Unfortunately, I don't have my Switch at the moment because my beautiful girlfriend is playing the hell out of Pokopia, but when I get it back, I am going to play the crap out of Phoenix Wright 2. The 4th slot on my list is not even a game that's out yet, but it is a game that has taken over my life, and that is Valve's new game, Deadlock. Wow, if this is not the most engaged I've ever been in a game coming out. I have spent now 500 plus hours in the Cursed Apple, and I don't see any signs of slowing down. I play basically a game a day, more if I get time. It's because it's the most engaging live service experience I've ever had in my life. I'm a big live service player. I've played Overwatch. I'm a big Destiny fan. However, nothing has hooked me like Deadlock has. The character designs, every individual layer to this game is crafted with such unique flavor. Like, just look at Paige, for example. Paige being my main in the game, her whole thing is that she summons her attacks from the power of her book using magical abilities. Look at Billy. He's a fucking goat man who eats his rifle, his magazine, to reload. Punk rocker, crazy boy, the movements, the options, the different ways you can build each character. The sandbox is absolutely amazing. It is something you'll get addicted to. I can see Deadlock moving up next year, so definitely keep an eye on this being my number 1 game when it gets a 1.0 release. But at the moment, in early access, it sits at number 4. Imagine you're an indie developer. You've just made one of the most successful roguelikes of all time. Art style perfected, gameplay loop perfected, narrative perfected. How do you top that? How do you top something that is almost a perfect game? Well, you give us more of it. And that's what Hades 2 does. Hades 2 is number 3. I think Hades 2, as a big fan of roguelikes, is the perfect roguelike experience. The game just constantly builds on itself. Each run presents new abilities, upgrades, narrative possibilities, and it drives your motivation to keep playing because you just want to continuously progress Milenoi's story. And developing your skills and knowledge about what the best combos are while Milenoi is evolving through the characters and herself makes it so rewarding to do run after run after run. Your little cast of characters as well, as odd as they were in Hades 1, are just brought up to the max in Hades 2. You want to know everything about each person within the camp. And after 70 plus hours of this game, I still find myself wanting to go back for more to figure out what's going on in the post-game content. I know people had a problem with how this one ended and can't quite get around that because I think it ended quite perfectly, at least in its 1.0 launch. The fact that Hades 2 is the perfect evolution of the first game while also expanding and evolving the roguelike genre with endless dialogue trees, endless combinations of different abilities. Just means that it is something that you can play forever. In any other year, this next game would have taken the top spot. Any other year. I've become recently a big Resident Evil fan. And with 9 just coming out, it makes this game even better. Resident Evil 4 Remake sits at number 2, and this probably has the greatest combat sandbox of any game I've ever played. Leon Kennedy is a joy to control. Not only is he one of the greatest characters in all of gaming. Oh my god, I love Leon Kennedy. Please, 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 be my husband. Not only is Resident Evil 4 the best Resident Evil game, in my opinion, it has the best mix of horror and action that Resident Evil is known for. Leon Kennedy is the perfect video game protagonist. He's cool, he's funny, he doesn't take himself too seriously, and he is a joy to control. Knife parrying is one of the coolest things you can do in a game. When you parry some guy who's running towards you and roundhouse kick them straight in the face, that is one of the best feelings, gameplay-wise, that I've ever felt in a video game. Being able to dismember the Las Plagas victims and dissect them with your pistol, or bring out your big shotgun and whip them in the face, or, you know, use your knife and conserve your ammo is incredible. The tightening of this sandbox is ridiculous as well. Every room I would step into and every encounter I would have, I would be left with the bare bones amount of my ammo, needing to use all of my resources to get through to the next part of my journey as Leon and save Ashley, which is exactly what you want in a Resident Evil game. I've been playing a lot of Resident Evil lately in preparation for 9, and I feel like they don't always get the balance between how much ammo you should have and how much ammo you get, or how many resources you should have and how many resources you actually get. Whereas Resident Evil 4 does this perfectly. Somehow you feel like it's tuned exactly right. Leon Kennedy is quickly becoming my favorite video game character of all time, not because he is the most handsome, charming, beautiful, and funny protagonist in all of gaming, but also because he is the best feeling to control. I like to compare him to Batman in the Arkham games. I know I'm gonna cop some like weird looks for this one, but the reason that I like to compare him to Batman is because, like Batman, he has all of the tools needed. Like Batman, he has a utility belt full of options that you can use within your combat cycle. And you have to use everything in your combat arsenal in order to get through to the next area of the game. Resident Evil 4 Remake is probably the best action horror experience I've ever had. And on any other list, it would have been number 1. Now, what could be number 1? I know this is what many consider the easy answer, the award sweeper, the magnum opus of 2025. And yeah, I'm going to join them. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is a fucking miracle of a game. I've loved turn-based combat for so long. Persona 5 Royale is my favorite game of all time, no question. And Expedition brought me back to that feeling again. Clair Obscur has so many incredible elements about it. The fact that this small team of developers were able to craft something as innovative and as deliciously captivating as this game is beyond my understanding. It's the hardest I've been hit by a story in gaming ever. The way that everything plays out is masterfully crafted. and leaves you second guessing everything that came before in your adventure. The opening is the greatest video game opening of all time. I was left jaw dropped on the floor from the first couple hours of this game, and it doesn't let up from there. Not only is the story incredible with dramatic moments, but also goofy moments and beautiful party moments to keep you invested, but the gameplay loop is so satisfying. Adding parrying to turn-based combat is revolutionary, in my opinion. There's been a lot of debate on whether Expedition 33's combat is actually all it's chopped up to be. Its turn-based combat is all it's chalked up to be, but I really think it is. You are able to make each character so unique with Pictos and Luminas. You are able to blend different styles and make these characters your own. Not only that, but the journey that this game takes you on is incredible. I don't want to say too much, but this is a glorious experience. Verso is my fucking king. He is up there with Leon Kennedy as some of my favorite video game protagonists of all time. Everything from the presentation to the voice acting to the music. Oh my god, the music is so incredible. Just makes this game honestly a revelation to not only the turn-based RPG formula, but to gaming as a whole. In a world where the market has been shrunk so far down because of the cost of AAA development, this indie French title comes out of nowhere and sweeps the award season, sweeps gaming, and I think that's beautiful. Thank you guys for watching. I know there was a bit of a different style of video. I hope you guys like it. I really like ranking things, obviously. I like sharing my opinions as well. So hopefully that was engaging. And if you like or want more of this kind of style of video, then let me know, please, because I'd love to keep making ranking videos. I know this might have been a bit rambly, but I just wanted to get my thoughts out about my favorite games of last year so that I can have it on the record. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you can. It really helps me out. And share the videos as well. I know it's a bit cringe to do, but like, come on, please. I'll give you like a couple of dollars maybe if I ever see you in person. I appreciate it. Have a good one.